Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Hatris. Oh no, it's finally happened. Tetris. Just the word invokes so many different emotions. Excitement, relaxation, stress. It's truly one of the greatest video games ever made. And it has a fun backstory too. Creator Alexey Pajitnov was working at the Soviet Academy of Sciences and trying to make an AI that could stack blocks. He discovered that the program he made for block stacking was really fun, and so it was turned into Tetris. He then moved to the US because the Soviet Union was seizing all of his royalties, and he continued developing games. But after the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991, he was sent a retroactive royalties check for all the money in the world. And now he's pretty much retired, helping out with the Tetris company. I actually had a chance to meet Alexey at PAX a while ago, and I hold his autograph near and dear to my heart. Alexey did help make a few other games over the years, one of which is the bizarre and rather infamous Hatris, released for arcade, NES, Game Boy, and my other most beloved console, the TurboGrafx. I'm not entirely sure where they got the idea to make a puzzle game out of matching and sorting hats, and obviously it didn't reach the popularity heights of Tetris, or even come that close, but it still gained a reputation for just how strange it was. I mean, a hat-based puzzle game? That'd be like basing a puzzle game on cookies. Pills. Whatever the hell is going on in Kicks. Okay, maybe it's not that strange, but still, Hatris? I have no clue what this is gonna be like. Especially with a cover like this, floating hats, a chessboard, the fancy fonts. What is this game? And they know what the real draw is, Mr. Pajitnov himself. Surprised they don't have his face on the box. So, what the heck is this game anyway? Let's tip our hats to Hatris. Whoa. I can't read that. Oh boy, here we go. Thank you, Alexey, but why? Hatris! What am I doing with my life? What is that Alexey? Is that supposed to be Alexey Pajitnov? Why? What is Hatris? So weird. Let's go. Shop? Stage? What? Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, Hatris. Oh, God. Okay. You hit down, they go instantly to the bottom. And I think the idea is just to match up hats. Oops. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, I screwed up so bad. Oh. Okay, so you match up 5 in a row, and is that it? Oh, God. I'm used to when you hit down on, Tetris, it just goes down very quickly, not instant. Oh, this one is just... Oh my god, look at this nightmare. I can fix this. Are there only 3 types of hats? Fixed. Kinda. Alright, we're getting there. Basically very similar to Yoshi. In fact, I wonder which came first. I'll put on screen right now whether this game or Yoshi came first. The main difference being with Yoshi, you had to put the top on the eggs. And the bottom, come to think of it. It wasn't a very accurate look at eggs. Anyway, Hatris. We've seen the game now. So far, it's not bad. It's exactly what you expect. It's just, why does this game exist? Music's pretty good. Okay, now let's see what happens in a game over. That's the important part. Well, that was disappointing. Let's do Shop 5, Stage 5. Oh god. Oh, there's so many hats. This looks like a frog wearing a clown hat. Okay, so the shop just determines how many hats you have. Why is it called shop? Is it literally, oh, you went to the hat shop and bought more hats? What is this game? I'm sorry, I know I keep harping on it, but it's so weird. This has got to be one of the weirder games on the Game Boy. Not just because of the game itself, but just because it's made by the same creator as Tetris. One of the literal greatest games ever made. Gameplay-wise, Hatris is totally fine. Bit stiff with dropping stuff down so quickly, but not something, you can't get used to. It definitely goes for sort of the Tetris style where rather than any sort of, major progression, it's just choose your level, choose your difficulty, and go for high scores. So, as a game, it's fine, but also as a game, it's just... Well, it's Hatris. Okay, hang on. You know what? I'm actually gonna check the Hatris FAQ, and I can't believe I just said that, to see what stage and shop does. Okay, no, I had that backwards. Shop is how many hats start at the bottom of the screen. Stage is how many types of hats there are. Hang on. I want maximum hat style. I'm gonna do shop 0, stage 9. Alright, there's 2, 4. It looks like the same amount of hats. It looks like there's just the sombrero, clown hat, beanie, crown, top hat, cowboy hat. Where are the other hats? Why are there only 6 hats on stage 9? Why am I concerned about this? What is Hatris? Hatris is just... it's an anomaly of gaming. It's not bad by any means. I could get into this. It's a fairly basic puzzle game, but one that plays well, looks nice, has good music, everything you want. But just... again, why? Why Hatris? Again, maybe it's not that weird when you look at it in the context of what they were turning into puzzle games. And I suppose if you're gonna pick something that stacks, hats are probably a good way to go. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. Alexey, I love you. I love everything you did. And again, this game isn't bad, but... What? I'd love... No, okay, seriously? I would love to interview Alexey Pajitnov and ask him where the idea for Hatris came from. When I was at PAX, he did explain during a talk that his favorite part of Tetris is when people play Tetris on giant buildings. So I think he has a lot of very interesting opinions about gaming. And I mean that completely sincerely, for the record. No sarcasm. So I want to find out from Alexey, where did Hatris come from? Why did Hatris happen to us? It's not an unpleasant experience, but it's just a... well, it's a Hatris experience. I've never been so befuddled by a game in my life, and I've played Killer 7. Well, let's start with the good, and there is plenty of good to be found. At the end of the day, this is a well-made puzzle game created by a master of puzzles on a system that helped puzzle games thrive. The gameplay was simple, just match the hats as they come down, but only being able to rotate 2 at a time on the way down led to all sorts of snap decisions while playing, with each move adding something else to think about, both in the short and long term. It's exactly the kind of gameplay you want out of a handheld puzzle game, the sort of pick-up-and-play gameplay that makes games like Tetris and Dr. Mario so addictive. And with pretty good graphics and a catchy soundtrack, it made Hatris overall really enjoyable. Enjoyable, but also bizarre. Again, I can't really be that shocked at the game, since we've had puzzle games based on all sorts of things, but at the same time, knowing that this incredibly odd idea for a game was made by the same person who made Tetris just boggles my mind. I did some research and I can't find any interviews where Alexey talks about Hatris, so it might be a case where he only has his name attached to it and didn't have much creative input. Or maybe it was a passion project for him, and he's just really enthusiastic about hats. I genuinely would like to interview Alexey and ask him about where Hatris came from, because even for a Game Boy puzzle game, it's an odd one. So as a game, Hatris totally holds up. It's a fun puzzle game to add to the Game Boy library, but I almost recommend it more for the spectacle, a chance to see some of the most bizarre theming that a Game Boy game can have. Now, I'm gonna go play a game that I can comprehend more, like LSD Dream Emulator. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe to follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm BrianJ, and I'll see you next time.